Yeah, it's my pleasure and excitement that I welcome you all to the August edition. This is the fourth edition of the book club we are having for the Akure Book Club. Today we come together not just as readers, but as a community of mind eager to explore, discuss, and celebrate the rich world of literature. Over the past edition, we have journeyed through the pages of great poetry, each offering us new perspectives, inspiring thought, and enriching discussions. Our club has grown not just in numbers, but in the depth of our conversations and the strength of our connections. It is heartwarming to see how literature continues to, bridge the gaps, foster understanding, and build a vibrant community in our career and beyond. Yeah. As we begin this fourth edition, we are reminded of the transformative power of literature. It has the ability to ignite our imagination, challenge our beliefs, and inspire us to dream bigger and think deeper. Today, we celebrate not just the books we read, but the discussions they spark, the friendship they forge, and the growth they stimulate. I would like to take this moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has contributed to the success of the Akure Book Club, to our dedicated members who bring their unique insight and enthusiasm to each meeting, to our guest speaker and authors who share their expertise and passion with us, and to our organizing team whose hard work, commitment make each edition possible. Thank you. As we embark on this new edition, let us continue to embrace the joy of reading, the power of dialogues, and the beauty of shared experiences. Let us open our mind to new ideas, our heart to new stories, and our soul to the boundless possibilities that literature offers. And I want to say thank you to our sponsor, the Golden Child Publishing Promotions, whose founder happens to be the author, official author of this month edition, Kwadwo Naya ba Ankh really ear. I don't want to bite my tongue. That's a trunk load of words to pronounce.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's not just me; it's my team, and like one of my team's present as well.
Yeah, we are so grateful and appreciative to have the Golden Child Publishing Promotion supporting the Akure Book Club initiatives. And today is not just a book club. Today we're having several competitions. We're having the book review competition, the book review prize, and spoken word competition. We are looking forward to wonderful, vibrant, beautiful time together this evening. So once again, I want to say welcome everyone. You're welcome to Gerati. You're welcome Saren Bright White. You're welcome Ayola on monitor. You're welcome Risman. You're welcome Dent. You're welcome Victress Zoe. You're welcome Victory. Hopefully some other people would love to join along the line. Yeah. Yeah. So that's about my welcoming speech and introduction. Yeah, I want to give a brief review of our last event. Our first time, the debut to add, we talk about Eric Bruce Smith poetry collection, and the second time we had a book review, we talk about Tolu Akemi A poetry collections too. And the third one we had was Lola Shunayan's The Secret Lives of Babasegi's Wife, which was very great, very lovely. We loved the conversation, the beauty, and everything and how it all goes. Yeah, and again, we are here today for the August edition with another lovely poetry, with another lovely book, rather. I'll be going to I'll be going to our open discussion. You know, I've read the book. Not quite sure how many people read the book. But on Goodreads, I think I noticed 6 reviews stated on Goodreads. Yeah, I might have to check it again if there's any increase. The last time I checked, it was six. It was 6 reviews we've had so far on Goodreads. So in the okay, we have 7 now. We have 7. We have review from Aduronke Makojola, from Victor Osheme, Abdul Ahmed Adebisi, Daniel Moniton, Jedi Koko, Dorcas Okoduga, Deborah Adedipe. I'm not sure if they are all here though. I'm not sure if they're all here because 7 and the other people should have a much larger number here. Victory, please. If there's any inquiry in the Akure Book Club WhatsApp group, please let me attend to them because I'm just seeing messages dropping, people asking questions at the last minute. So please, if there's any question, please let me attend to them because I might not be able to handle everyone's request. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead. I'll just go ahead with the open discussion. Well, in Kwadwo's book, there are so many things talked about in the book itself. I have read it myself, but I am not allowed to leave a review. Yeah. So one of the things I'd like us to talk about particularly is about the relationship issue, which I think really stood up with me, I'd say, and with a couple of other reviews that I've read. Yeah, so I would like us to talk about the impact of modern values and relationships, the impact of modern value or relationships. So I don't know if anyone wanted to, in Kwadwo's book, it is quite lovely and very great that it talked about quite a lot of. To me, I love to consider it as a semi memoir. I love to consider it as a semi memoir, yeah. But then, for this particular discussion, I don't know if you'd like to participate in it. What do you think is the impact of modern values and relationship? Because I remember in one of his writing where he mentioned about the issue of heartbrokenness, how you invest so hardly in relationships that doesn't turn out well, and how people can be so uh unpredictable. Yeah. And even myself, okay, before we'll first do the impact of relationship first before we move into the actual review. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone wants to say something before we go to the actual review. Yeah.
I can say something.
Okay, yeah, please say something.
Check your signal when you get a chance.
Is there still a chance to speak?
Yeah, there's a chance to speak, please.
Yeah, talking about the impact of the modern society, as it were, on our relationships. I believe it has impacted us in no little way. Well, like I said, for me, the book was a lot reflective, like a lot reflective. So it was a matter of me trying to check what's being said in the book and trying to look at how much of it is actually playing out in our society. I mean, in the contemporary world. We've come to a point where people say true love is scarce. Some people even say true love does not exist.
Yeah.
But I've come to realize that we are all products of relationships. the good
Absolutely.
relationships, the bad relationships, the working relationships, the relationship in progress, and the ones that are just there. We are all products of relationship, and sometimes we downplay what relationship does to us. I mean, take for instance the current ongoing war. The current ongoing war in Ukraine and Russia, for instance, is a very good instance of what relationships can do. The current ongoing war in Palestine and Israel is also another instance of what wars can do, sorry, of what relationships can do. Pardon me. So all of these are just relationships that are not properly managed because, like I said, we are all relational beings. From relationship between the parents and their children to relationship between friends to relationship between business associates. And I like to think of it like a spiral, sort of. I call it a number of concentric circles, whereby the innermost circle is your relationship with yourself, and then you come into your relationship with your ideals, like your relationship with your values, what your value system is, what you want to bring out of life, what you believe in. I saw that at the end of Kwadwo's book. He was talking about I believe in love, I believe in happiness, I believe in family, I believe in music. That's basically you. Like, that's your relationship with yourself. If you don't get your relationship with yourself properly, you can't get your relationship with other people properly. Taking from the holy book now, you see when scripture says things like love your neighbor as yourself, and that's just the truth. If you love yourself, or should I say, there is a level of loving yourself which is actually you loving your ideals, you loving your values, coming to a point where you accept yourself, and then from that self-acceptance, from that objective point, you can then start building relationship with other people, your family members, your immediate family members. And this will in turn translate into even your business relationships, into your relationship with friends and relationship with everybody, as it were. And there was something else that Kwadwo mentioned in his book. He said relationships are for life. And I believe that's just it. We have to come to terms that even after relationships, a broken relationship is still a kind of in the contemporary world where everybody wants to tag sexual affiliations to every relationship, especially when it's a relationship with the opposite sex. I believe that's what we're even having with the whole LGBTQIA thing. People who say they are not sure of their sexuality because they try to sexualize every relationship. It's not every relationship that will be sexualized, actually. And I think that's where we also get it wrong. It's like putting the cart before the horse. You don't sexualize things. No, you don't, actually. So I believe the what really leads to heartbreaks is that people tend to want to put sexualization into it. Well, that's one part to it. There's also another part of relationship where people tend to want to go into a relationship for selfish reasons, for selfish gains. So these are like the two major reasons why relationships fail eventually. So I think I will go with that word as let's say a word, more or less like a phrase now. That's like a philosophical stance for me, that relationships are for life. Even when they are broken, it's still a kind of relationship. It's a dysfunctional relationship. It's a broken relationship, but it's still a relationship, in quotes. All right, thank you.
That's very amazing, really. That's quite lovely. I mean, the conversation around relationship are very deep, sprouting more controversies and conversations, things like that. And for the sake of people that are just joining newly, we are talking about the impact of modern values on relationship. I hope I'm still correct about that. Yeah. Yeah. The impact of modern values on relationship. If there's anything based on what you've read, if there's anything you'd like to add or say concerning the impact of relationship on modern values, that would be much appreciated before we proceed in the review. Anyone saying something?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so my take on the question or the topic rather is based on the book though. One thing I would say is everything still centers around values and what you are going to become for yourself, because relationship starts with you before it transits or transcends to another person. So it kind of values you're building your life around determines the kind of fantasies or the kind of ideation you give to yourself. So when you grow and you don't have a core value system that is correct and structurally right, you are 10 times in for a downfall that you build for yourself, because whatever you are is what you're going to attract. And another thing is that as people grow and develop in today's age and all of the shenanigans happening around, one thing I've noticed is that people don't really just stabilize themselves on one thing. They are here, they are there, they are everywhere. Everybody's looking for convenience. Everybody's looking for something that's going to make life comfortable. Everybody wants the dreams that they have in their heads and the picture they are painting. But the truth is, not everybody walks towards the kind of dream they have for another person. So, because of that, when there is a hitch down the line or when there is some kind of trouble, it becomes a burden for the next person to carry. You expect that this person is supposed to adapt to whatever thing that you're doing or to whatever kind of life that you are getting into based on your current situation. However, you have not personally worked on a value system that can sustain you in different sphere of life. You can't be someone who hasn't dealt with indiscipline and want someone that's disciplined in every area. You want someone who's so good, a punctual person. You want a transparent person. But these are things that you're still dealing with yourself. Then when life trials come and there's a situation where those things you are seeking for in another person falls or fails at that particular moment, you get breakfast or something. But if you have that value system that you are trying to put on someone else, it will just make more sense. And I think that value system is something that's lacking in today's world because everybody's just doing what they like. And, it's just this happening, but that's just my own take.
Okay, yeah, that's very great. Not quite sure if anyone would like to say something else, as we'll be moving into section of Q&A now. We have the author on board here. In case you have any questions for him particularly that you'd love to ask, yeah, so you may want to ask. This is the next section now. Yeah, we have the author with us. I'm checking the chat group now and I'm seeing Dante say, wow, we have the author with us. Yeah, the author is here to answer your questions. If you have any Q&A, you want to jot it down. Then Risma say, yo, man, Risma, yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Yeah, we have the author, but if you have anything you want to say, any questions particularly, you can ask while we continue.
All right. More like a personal question. Mr. Kwadwo, thanks so much for joining us thanks so much for joining us and thanks so much for making your work also available. I mean, it was amazing reading through the lines. Like I said, it's more like a personal question. Is this actually your story, like your personal story? Like no mention of words now.
Not. It's not my personal story. It's just a reflection of the perspective that I see the world and my observations on it, like what's going on at present. I written this book in 2020, and even looking like back on it, like my writing's progressed a lot. So I look back on it and I think, like, I think of a lot of things that I could change. Like, I'd say the same thing, but I would write it a little bit different. But it's my observations and reflections on the world and obviously I'm speaking to you, the reader, and having a conversation with you just to see if you can see what I see, and just to see what your feelings are, to see if I'm alone or not in the way that I see the world.
All right, that's amazing. Like I said, so sorry if I seem to maybe want to pry on your privacy with that question, because there are quite some ideals, or should I say, there's quite some virtues or values that I was trying to look out for in, should I say, in the place of the writer, and I would have just wanted to maybe up on that a little bit in a much more maybe private conversation with whoever this subject is. But away from that, from chapter 6, the chapter about life, and I saw you going a little bit. You started off with some rhetorics. What is life? Are you happy with your life? Can I ask you that? And you see, a lot of people have tried to up on a philosophy that success is not the same thing as achievement. What's your personal take on this? I mean, your own objective personal take away from whosoever the subject is and the reflective thoughts of the subject of the story.
In relation to what exactly?
In relations to life generally, some people tend to say success is not the same thing as achievement. I mean, you can have a number of achievements, but that does not make you successful. It's not really what you do or what you have that makes you successful, so to say. So people tend to try and create a dichotomy between achievements and success. That's why I'm asking what's your own personal take in. What will you define success as? Well, what does a successful life look like?
Success? I feel that's down to individual perspective, and success. Success is a massive topic, because you have overall success, which to me would be fulfillment in life. Once you get to that stage, but every day, we have small successes, small wins, every and it's linked to achievement as well. So we could set ourselves to do this. It's action, and every action that we do, positive action, to me, it's a success. Even a negative action can be a success if we learn from it, or if we take something from it. That's what I feel.
A final question from me. I would like to ask, in your own opinion, there is this rave, actually, is also another thing that I believe is plaguing our generation. People tend to come and tell you, oh, do the things that make you happy, do the things that make you happy, go where you are celebrated and all of that. And I know you did a little bit of talking about the struggles of life, how that even the struggles tend to shape us, make us who we are and all. Much more from a much more personal perspective also. What would you say about this notion, about these thoughts? Should we really do the things that make us happy? Is that really what life is all about?
This is a very good question. And happiness comes and goes. Happiness is a temporary thing, and we need to realize that. But when we start off, we do we do the things. Well, normally, I don't know about you, but I actually did what my parents said I should do, until I found out it's not what I wanted to do. They said to me, "Get a good job, get good education." I did both of those things. I got a master's degree in business. I got a very good job. I was group warranty manager, running 3 different places. It didn't make me happy. So then I was I've done everything that my parents wanted me to do. I've got money, but I'm not happy. I'm unfulfilled. So then I took a little business on, but I was working 60 to 80 hours a week. I had a lot of money, but I had no time. Still not happy. My parents are proud. So then I had to have a deeper look, and now I'm doing exactly what I want to do, something that I'm interested in, Something I would do for free. I love it. I do it every day. People can't take me away from it. Does that answer your question or?
Yes, it does. Thanks so much.
No problem.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone has another question for Kwadwo before we move into the actual reviews. Man, Princess Deborah, Victory, Mohammed Obari, Samuel Olaniyan, Date. Anyone have any question for Kwadwo before we move into the actual review?
Hi, I have a question, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a question for Mr. Kwadwo. Mr. Kwadwo, nice to have you here.
Pleasure.
Yeah, the question is from the book, what I was able to gather, like the book is such a personal book. Like sometimes while reading the book, it felt like I was invading inside someone else's thought. Like it felt like a conversation between someone and the subconscious. Like reading the book felt like I was intruding on a very private conversation. Like it shouldn't be something that anybody else has privy to. Like it doesn't feel like something I should be listening to. Like I was eavesdropping on someone's conversation. Like, did you intend for the book to be that way?
Yeah, exactly that. Like, because what I realise is that people. This is the second book that I've ever written, and no, sorry, the third book that I've ever written. I've written nearly 70 books to date. The first book that I've written is my autobiography. Nobody's read that. The second book that I've written, I'll give it to some people in my family to read, and it was too intense. It was too hard, like for them to read. So I just decided I'll take a different approach with the third book. So I made it easy to read on purpose. I only made it 63 pages, so like most people can read it in one or two like sittings, and I wanted to make it like reflective and personal. So it's as if we're having a conversation and we having a look at a few things. Like Choices too is a lot more. Um, it's a lot more dense. It's 276 pages long, and it takes you to like a next level of information, and even out information to some people. But I just planned this book to be exactly like how it is, if that makes sense.
Okay, thank you. Oh, sorry, another question. This is a bit of a personal question. Your name, like, it's such a long name, like, and it sounds kind of Egyptian. Like, how did you come up with the name? Like,
Right.
such a
It sounds
strange name.
Chinese in nature. Sorry to bump into you.
That's a very good question. It's Kwadwo Naya Bar Ankh Ray Alien Al. So Kwadwo is Akan Ghanaian, and it means like a man, a boy that's born on a Monday. Naya means mighty in Arabic, and Kwadwo Naya Bar Ankh Ray means soul of the eternal sun god Ray. That's in Aramaic, and I cast myself as a as a son of the Most High through ancestry. In Arabic, Alien Al is the name they refer to as the Most High. So I've just abbreviated it to Alien Al just to show that I'm a son of the Most High. So that's what that means.
That is very interesting. I like the perspective of that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm not quite sure if we have one more question to go, or I'll just go on to the next section now. I think I'll just move on to the next session. The next session would have to be the review session. I'm not quite sure how many people read the book, but on Goodreads we have 7 reviews. So basically we have 7 people competing for 3 prizes, first, second, and third. We're hoping we get, with the number of time we left and the time we've given out for the whole thing, we're hoping we get much more submissions. Well, we only have 7 submissions. I'm not even sure if the 7 people are all here really. Yeah, perhaps some people are problems. Some joined and later left because of some internet connectivity. Um, yeah. So if you are on this Zoom and you've read the book and you love to talk about it, you may want to signify while I hand over the mic to you. But first of all, I love to do my own shot. What's it called? Take on the book. Um, yeah, to me, I love to consider the book. I think I've said it initially. I love to consider more like we're having a contemplation around our introspection, more like we're having an idea of what is going on in his heart. And to me, it feels like a diary. Yeah, someone expressing his own opinion, his own view of what he thinks can be done better in the world in terms of how humans behave, which happens to be my best session in the book. I'm a hood lover of humanity. I love work that pertains to human behavior, human psychology, human philosophy. And that's very evident in the chapter 4 that talks about people, where you have, it's like a random thought, where you talk about the issue about the human person, how human has gone so weird, let's say, and it's taken human paucity, the likes, the ingenuity, the craziness that comes with being human. All of those things really, really stood out with me. And I love more like someone mentioned the other time of mentioning or asking question what is wrong with humans nowadays. And also talk about relationship, which is one of the reason or one of the aspects whereby we derived open conversation. Relationship that is very, very, this is something that was written by someone from the part of the world and someone here in Nigeria, in Africa, can relate to. It now seems as if the relationship issue happens to be like a general happening all over the world. And what happens in this side is the same thing that happens in another side of the world. Yeah, so I love that part too very well. And I love the section of God, religion. I'm a huge fan of religion. That's to do with human religion, the differences in religion aspects that too stood wholeheartedly with me. And I love the section about life too. And robots, how robots is taking our jobs. Right? Our job, but I'm not quite sure how long that will get to Africa. That might take that come to my mind when I was reading. I was like, okay, well, that might be an issue. Well, I know Africa is developing. Pardon me if I sound a bit in that sense. But I was like, well, I think that might take a long time before it gets to Africa. When the machine takes the robot in the West, we in Africa will still have our job to ourselves. Yeah. So I really love the session about robots. Very, really. Because even sometimes when you have issue with maybe you want to call a bank or your Facebook is having issue. You want to speak to someone. Or if you place an order on Amazon, this one happened to me very well. If you place an order on Amazon and the thing is not well delivered to you or it's taking quite a lot of time, and you decide to speak with a real human person, and you never knew you're chatting with robots. The robot that cannot really understand your pain, your frustration, and will just tell me, what can I need to do with you today? I'll be like, you asking me that question when I'm having a problem right now. You're asking me, how can I help you today? I mean, it shows how terrible really this computer of a thing is replacing human. And that's actually a very bad thing. And more like it was mentioned in the book, you having robots to speak to you first before you're being referred to an actual human being. It's frustrating. It can be frustrating, especially if you have a very serious issue, serious condition that needs to be fixed off, and you're being referred to an emotionless robot to attend to you while waiting. So I love that session about robots. Yeah, it's very lovely. Then honor goes with transition, which is very rampant. Well, I'm not quite sure if you can hear me perfectly. I think my microphone is behaving a bit weird. Yeah. So that's just my take on the book. I don't know if anyone would like to give their short review. Um, please, if you're not speaking, please mute yourself if you're not speaking, and you can unmute yourself if you want to speak. You need to mute yourself if you're not speaking, just so we can avoid background noise whenever someone else is saying something. Yeah, so I don't know who would like to go on first for the review. Who's going on first, please?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
yes.
can hear you.
Okay, my network is like very bad, so I hope it doesn't bounces me off before I am done speaking. So for me personally, this is what I have to say about the book. The book is like quite good. It's more like Peter said, like a diary. And I love the way that he's able to put down his thoughts. It takes a lot of confidence and a lot of what's it called now? A lot of ingenuity to just put this whole thing together, because most times when authors come to do something like this or have a published work like this, the first thing you encounter is criticism or antagonism. So I love the fact that he's able to put down these thoughts and it is very relatable. And for me, for everything that I read in the book, I would say it is more reflective than enforcing, because there are some books like this that are philosophical, but they tend to give you something to hold on to. But this book is more like an open well where you just draw from, just use it to reflect. Oh, okay, this thing is actually going on. It's very realistic, and that is something that drew me to it. And I think my personal part of the book would be on life. Would be on life. Inside the book with what is life? Are you happy with life? And all of that. It gave this entrance of, okay, you can't rush this chapter. You really have to think, and it's just like thinking your thoughts in someone else's thoughts. I hope I didn't just mistalk, but that was exactly what that chapter was like. It was so good. It was like really beautiful. It's one chapter I would love to go back to when I am free or I am feeling a little off. Now, for the only thing I would say that is a little off for me is illustration. I don't know. I'm not just having it. I will, to be very sincere, I think it seems like the cartoon. I don't know if we have graphic designers amongst us. Maybe they would interpret what I'm about to say. But the cartoon inside is it's looking like 2D. I don't think it's 2D. There's a name for it, but it looks that way. It's not very inviting as the text itself. It's like the one that irks me the most is this relationships illustration. I don't understand what's going on here, but okay. I just well, but the illustration is just something I think could have been a little bit more better. It's just a little, it's not really inviting for such work that is as reflective as this. I was hoping to get um, a more attractive, um, what's it called now, illustration for this kind of work. And I would just say kudos to the writer and the author. It's quite a good job because, like I said, it is not enforcing, it's reflective. And one thing I would say is this book is not really for everybody, especially people that are very optimistic or people that are progressive with life. Because while we are complaining that robots this, robots that, there are people out there who feel like it is normal, it's not really a big issue. They have the optimistic side of life. So it's not really for everybody. And I just love the book generally because it has that time for meditation and thinking. So that's my
Yeah,
take.
Yeah, thank you so much. I wanted to add to what you
Thank you.
just said. I think I remember in the group chat, Iniolua mentioned something about the illustration, but he's not currently not. He's an illustrator. So when he was talking about the take of tradition slash natural medicine and modern medicine to writing. Just life share that in my first speech, yeah. So I don't know if anyone would love to go next or anyone has something to say.
All right.
Samuel Olaniyi, Dance, Princess Deborah, Siren, Bright White, Race Man, Victor Zoe, Aderonke. We want this to be an interactive class, so please, you guys should participate in conversations. Yeah, so whoever is saying something, that's
All right. I kind of I share with some of the sentiments that Victory raised. I know she spoke about the cartoons here, so I kind of share with that. I also resonate with the fact that the book is really not for everybody. Like the book is really, really not for everybody. Yes, it's quite reflective. And I think I love what the author did with the fact that you started with new times and then you ended with I times. Like it's looking reversed, kind of. Usually people would be like, okay, meet me. Then after the meet me part, they go into the relationship part. Then maybe they come into the life part, and then they just take it gradually like that. They would want to
something is wrong with your audio.
keep
Okay.
issues like robots take towards the it's like it's to me it sounds like starting with the hard subject. You are starting with the hardest of the subject, and really I loved that approach. I mean, I did not see it coming, so it was able to sustain my hook through the book through amazing. And then I think I love what he did with the afterwards too. The fact that okay, after the conclusion, you're now coming with afterwards. And to me, that just looked a little bit like a pun because you know there's the afterwards, AFTERWARDS, and but this is afterwards, like the words that come after. So I think I just digged the pun there, and I was like, okay, wow, okay, I love this, I love this. I didn't see it coming, and really, I think I would like to read. Of course, like I said, some of the ideals of the writer did not quite sit well with me. I mean, if it were to be the actual life story of a person. However, I think it's something I want to give a shot. I want to give a shot at.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's really amazing. Thanks for mentioning. And I think there's some parts too that the author kind of offer you to think, to interpret what has written on your own level. I think I read some parts where in the ending part, you'll be like, yeah, this is just my take, though. You don't have to believe it. This is just my take, though. You may disagree with me. Things like that actually got me smiling. Yeah. That's great. That's great. I'm not quite sure anybody would love to say something else if you've read the book. I mean, we have seven, I don't know why, I don't know what happens to other people who left to review. We have Aderon Kema Conjola. I don't know if it's Aderon Kema Conjola in the house. Please, if you are here, could you say goodbye in the chat group? Chat, no question, no response. Then we have Victor Shemel who just spoke. We have Ad Abdul Ahmed Adebisi. Yeah, not around. We have Daniel Monitor. Yeah, he just spoke. We have Jedi Coco. Is Jedi Coco here? Jedi Coco is not online. He's not here. Then we have Dorcas Okoduga. Sorry, I'm saying your name, please. Is Dorcas in the house? Wow. Dorcas Okoduga is not here too. Deborah Adedipe is she here? Deborah Adedipe too is not in the house. So of all the 7 reviewers, we have 2 people currently online to join in the conversation. Okay. All right. So, is anybody wanted to something else before we go to the next session?
Well, yes, please. I My network bounced me off when it was like question and answer, so I kind of have a question for the author.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so my question about the book is giving a concept of how life is degrading from a kind of natural order to an unnatural one, which is the one we are creating presently with the presence of technology and the kind of humans that are breeding these days. So I want to ask how you plan to move on because it's a series and I believe this is book one. So I want to ask how you plan to oh my goodness, I'm losing my train of thoughts. But what I basically want to ask is that how do you plan to transcend these things in the next series? What are we to expect? Because it's something that I would love to look forward to. It's not like everything resonates with me, but the fact that I am able to take a kind of clue or inspiration is sort of exciting for me. So I would love to know what to expect in the coming series.
I've actually like I've written a lot of books. I've written about 70 books. So the Choices series, it's a series of 7 books, and it's all in the title. It's choices, we. It's about the choices that we make. So I put down observations of what's going on, and then the choices that we have as humans. So choices one is about the choices between our relationship with nature and technology. Choices two is like is a very, very wild and crazy book. It's 276 pages long, but it actually takes you like out of this world, out of this planet, like at some points, and then brings you back again. And to some people, to some people, it'll be information. To other people, it will be out information because it's knowledge like outside of their spirit of intellect. So it'll be like intellectual information. Choices three is a very crazy book as well because that at the moment we as human beings are trapped in a matrix of person, places, and things, and everything that we think about like comes within that realm. But choices like two and choices three, like actually take you outside of the realm of like persons, places, and things, into the realm of nothingness, and that's where like all the good juicy stuff like begins. So I've written a series of books, like called Why I Know You Don't Love Your Children, and that's a series of 9 books. It's probably the most like unpopular series of books like that of all my books. It's the most unpopular. It actually shows like where parents are exposing the children to damage, bringing the children up in the wrong way, giving them wrong knowledge, wrong information, or even the children are like finding themselves through the pop music they listen to, the food that they eat. So that actually, but like for the main thing, it's righteous information I write about making the world a better place, and like upliftment. I've written a series on Amazon KDP. I think there's 10 books. Well, they actually banned the first one because I actually written about the war in Russia and Ukraine, and I written the truth about what's going on, and like where NATO's concerned. And Amazon banned it. They wouldn't they wouldn't even but they allowed the other 9 books, on Amazon KDP, and that's like looking at like stuff like today, like current issues today, different things. Um, we've got a few anthologies as well. There's an anthology called The Raising of the 144,000. And that's just not me writing the book. That's a collection of great authors like across the planet who've got together and they've all done 1 or 2 chapters each. So there's a lot of good stuff going on. and not like it starts simple and like so it's always simple, but it gets a lot more like intense and looking at things on a deeper level.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for your answer. I'm not sure if that is satisfactory for Victory.
Have you got any like? Did I answer your question, or do you need to ask me anything else?
Victory, is that satisfactory?
Yes, it is. Sorry, I have just one more question. Just one. Sorry. Okay. So, like you said earlier, a book was banned, and in your book, there isn't so much of flexibility as with stories and other kind of textual illustrations. It's more philosophical and reflective. Would there be any stories, maybe some sort of sweet text that could be added? What would be the goal in the next series? Because now we've reflected. So what would be the goals would we keep reflecting all through the series, or there'll be more education, answers to life questions, or is it just going to be more of the memoir kind of thing?
No, definitely not. Um, as I said before, it's the third book that I ever written. The first book that I written has not been released. Nobody's seen that. The second book, like I released, there was a lot of information in there, backed up with like references and facts. And like for my family members, it was a bit too much for them to read. And the only reason I read that book was because I'd written it. I've done an audio book format, and people find that like an easier way to take the information in. So I've written like choices one, just a quick read just to get people like into the thing. Choices two is 276 pages long, but that's backed by like references, and like it's got solid information, but it's also got like outformation as well. So like it takes you outside of the realm of person, places, and things. The same with choices. The same with choices three. Choices three. I actually write that with another author, and this guy, he was a Jehovah's Witness. He's a good friend of mine, and he's a graphic designer. He does like book cover design. But like when we'd finished the book and he read it, he didn't want to put his name to the book because it takes you outside the realm of normal thinking like too much. Like he didn't feel um, like he seen what I was saying, but he didn't feel comfortable putting his name like to have it out there because it goes against like the norm, what everybody's thinking or what everybody knows. Like it takes it to like to a level that where like nobody's really talking about these things these days. Like it even looks at there's a chapter about time, and like it looks like I haven't seen too many people break down time in the matter that I've broken it down like in that book, and it even takes you outside of time.
Should I answer your
Oh,
question?
yes,
Okay.
yes. Thank you so much.
Okay. Anybody has anything else to say before we move to the next session? We are rounding up the review session now. I'm enjoying your cooking from your kitchen, Silent.
Sterling cooking. Let's have a look.
Perhaps she's gonna share the meal with everyone afterward.
I didn't know I was going to be the cook. My uncle invited me around, and I didn't know I was going to be the cook. Come me. He come me. He's got me cleaning fish.
Yeah. So we'll be moving to the next session now. I think that will be the end of the review session. Or anyone has something else to say? Okay, okay, do her Dorcas if you want to say something, because we're expecting you to join along the line actually, because we have 7 people left to review on Goodreads and 2 people currently on here to talk about it. Okay, do her Dorcas. I'm not quite sure if you'd love to say something. Are you there currently? Okay, well, I think she just joined. Perhaps she's not yet settled. But if you can hear me and you're settled, please respond, or we just go ahead. That's if we're curious. Okay, yeah, in the absence of that, the review has already been judged by the judges, so we'll make the announcement later on. We judge based on the literary content submitted on Goodreads. Yeah, so the next session now is the performance session. I'm not quite sure how many people will love, since we have other people who hasn't participated so far in the book review. Perhaps you're here for the performance. Yeah, if you're here for the performance, could you please signify Mohammed Obari, Daint, Princess Deborah, Rixman, Samuel Omoni, Olanio. So if you're here for performance, please you can signify so we can know how to go around that and see how many people is contesting. Yeah, one and DJ Rat, another and Kwadw, one and Victory. That's let's keep it going. Who else is performing? Please signify. Princess Deborah, Ayola Monitor is joining in 2 faces, so it's a bit confusing to me. Reisman, are you performing? Samuel Olaniyo, are you performing? Mohammed Obari, are you performing? Daint, are you performing? Please let us know by signifying. You may even want to leave a message in the chat box if you're having issues with speaking. Yeah, perhaps your audio is not working. Or you're trying to speak while the audio is even muted.
I'll raise a hand or something.
Okay. Well, if you can hear me, Princess Deborah are performing. I'm just here to watch good literature and poetry. That's Risma. So we need feedback from the audience. Princess Deborah, are you there? Risma has responded. We need feedback to Samuel Olaniyo. Are you there? Udu Okoduga, are you there? So we have 3 people performing. Okay, Okoduga is responding. Please, Mohammed Obari, are you there? Princess Deborah, sorry, I'm Deborah. I currently can't speak. That's why I didn't say anything for the review. Also, I'd love to perform, but I couldn't complete my poem. I mean, the performance is open to poetry of different teams, so it doesn't have to be a particular poetry. So should I register your name for performance, Princess Deborah? So currently we have like 2 people performing. We have the Girati, that's Ayolu on monitor. Then we have big Tres Zoe. Okay. Is that all? Well, if that's all, I'll just go ahead. If that's all, I will go ahead. Is there time duration patch for the performance? Well, I don't think this is time duration, but it's not expected that we have a pump that will keep us here all through the day. That we don't have to go back. Oh, I'd love to perform. That's Okoduga. So yeah, I'll write it down. Oko together. I mean, the performance contesting for winner take all. I'm not quite sure if anyone to. I've registered you Okoduga for the performance. So we have 3 so far. Kwadwo, should I register you for the performance?
No,
Or
no,
you're
no,
just
no,
kidding
no.
around?
Just.
Oh, Okay, like I mentioned initially, the book review has already been selected for the prizes. With the judges has gone through the text and they've selected the winner that will be announced later by the judge. Yeah, so for the performance now, I've got 3 people so far. Do we continue or do we still have more people in showing interest? Samuel Olaniyo, please can you hear us at all? I think we're yet to get a feedback from Samuel Olaniyo and who else is there? Okay. Risman has responded. Okay, will respond. Princess responded. We need response from Samuel Olaniyo and Mohammed Obari. Yeah, Samuel Olaniyo said I can hear you. Mohammed Obari, can you hear too? Okay, now I'll just go ahead now and continue. Actually, this is a very tricky one to say. The judge for the performance is actually the audience. So the audience get to judge the poetry performance. So this is how it works. You have a rating of 1 to 9. A rating of 1 to 9. And now we have 3 contestants. I think this makes it a bit much easier than having a lot. Since we don't have a lot, we just have to go ahead with the numbers of persons present. Yeah, so this is how it works. If the first poet performs and you would just go, I would love to believe that everybody have access to their chat box, your Zoom chat box. That's where you would leave your take. If you have an idea of, you want to assign a score, say 2, say 3, say 4/9, say 5/9, say 6/9, say 7/9, say 8/9, or 9/9. So for the audience now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 audience, right? Or we have 11 aside minus P English literature. We have 11 people to judge, right? Or do you say 10? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm counting the performance included. So this is 12, 13 minus 3. Minus 3 performance. So we have 10.
Well,
We have
it's eight. It's eight. It's eight.
8, right? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, 8. Is silent judging? We should be able to.
Yeah. She can judge, but me, you and I can't judge, Peter.
Yeah, I'm going to judge. So we have 8.
I'm trying to hear.
1, 2, 3.
I'm
So we
hoping I
have
can
8.
hear.
We have
8,
8
yeah.
scores. So we have 9 times 8. So whatever you are giving, please be very brutal in your scores. This is going to be fun. Be very brutal in your scores. Whatever you're giving is what we are going to go with. Yeah. We have to do it this way because we don't even make the announcement first of all that it's going to be an audience judging. So we don't go have a trunk load of people packed into the Zoom. into this. So we don't have a trunk load of people packed into the Zoom meeting to come and judge. So we don't have like a Nigerian method of what's it called? Nigerian method of those people that vote that makes president come. What's it called? I've forgotten their name. And what's it called again? It's Electoral Commission. Someone help me,
INEC.
please. INEC office, God bless you. So we don't do the things those INEC guys do here. Yeah. So we have 8 audience and they are going to rate each performance over 9. Yeah, you can rate 2/9 if yeah, and most of the things you look into it's like personal judging. We want to look into the content and the performance as well. So yeah. So that's just it basically. We are giving over 9. So whenever the first performance finish, I expect you go and just give 1 score. You can't, if you give 5, you can't change it back to 8. So If you give 4, you can change it back to 3. So you just have to, because once you leave the the score in the chat box, it will be recorded here and summed later on to determine who takes the highest score the most. Yeah. So like I said, we have 3 performers: Digerati, Victor Zoe, and Okoduga Dorcas. Let me give a brief of silence first of all before I continue. Though I know we are running out of time, but yeah, trying to finish all of this thing before 7 p.m. So I would love to go to the first performer now. We'll have to start with Digerati, right? Oh, you're not ready yet? Okay, this is we're gonna have to start with Digerati, followed by Okoduga. Are you there? That'll be the second person before Victor Zoe, please, are you there? Performance poets, are you all there? We need response, please.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm here.
Victory, are you performing?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Oh, that's number 4.
Hey.
Victory. So we have 4 contestants. Then
What about
speaking
good?
through
What about good?
microphone.
What about good news? Would good news like to perform?
you said?
Would good news like to perform?
Wait, that again.
Would good news like to perform? They've just joined.
Good news. Okay. Well, good is just joined. I'm not sure if hello, good news, are you there? Good news, are you
No, I'm not performing. I'm not performing.
Oh, you're not performing.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Good news said he's not performing. Yeah, but I'm not sure if you okay, I'll just have to repeat all I've been saying all this while since you just joined. For the performance poet, you have the chance to rate the performance of over 9. Yeah, so you're given 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 1 or 0 or 2 over 9 of the performance. So you just go to the chat box and type in your scores, and the scores will be recorded from the end here. So basically, we having 4 performers, 3 female and 1 male. I don't know what 3 females and 1 male, and now okay, 7 judges. So I'm gonna start. Are we ready to go? Audience, like, yeah?
Let's do this.
Okay, audience, are you there? Please, I'm hoping that we won't have any issue with the connectivity. Because when you're saying something, the network just says "shut up," and we can't hear what you're saying. That would be like a very hard one, really. So, if there's any sort of connectivity, but I think you will have to reform again. That means if he or she just sent, so we can all and please make your performance as clear, as distinct as possible, so we can understand the English words and get to know how to judge particularly. And I hope our audience are ready to to knock it off. Majority vote. Yeah, so let's start with the first performer. So this is how we're gonna go from Digerati to Okoduga to Victor Sherme and Victor Zoe. 1, 2, 3. Yes, let's start with Digerati, please.
All right. I just like to confirm that everybody can hear me.
Please,
Yes.
you all should confirm that you can hear. I can hear from my own end, and it's very clear.
Yes, we can hear you.
I can hear. Yes.
All right. All right.
Sorry, please, before you go on, I need to be sure. Before you go, I need to be sure of the people that are judging so I can write the name underneath. So we have Siren. Then we have Samuel Olaniyo. We have Princess Deborah. Are you there? Princess Deborah, are you there? Okay. Reesman, are you there? Reesman, are you there, please? Please answer me, please, when I... Reesman, are you there? Just trying to confirm this, just so I don't go and enter. Okay, Princess Deborah is there. Reesman, yes, Reesman is there. Silent, are you there? Silent is making a delicious meal.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, there.
I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Good news, are you there? Who the guys performing? Mohammed Obari, are you there? I mean, I now you see why I said I need to confirm if they are there. Mohammed Obari, are you there? Good news, are you there? Oluwatobiloba, are you there to judge too? Yeah, I need responses. Wait for response. Type in the chat box because that's what we really need. Yeah. Good news, Oluwatobiloba is there. Okay. Barry, are you there? Samuel Olaniyo, please, are you there? Please, if you're not speaking, please mute your microphone. All we need you to do is to judge the performance by giving them a score over 9 in the chat box once they finish performing. So I've registered Silent, I've registered Samuel Olaniyo, I've registered Princess Deborah, I've registered Oluwatobiloba. I need good news, okay. Mohammed Obari, are you still there? You've been speaking all day though. I'm not sure if you're still there. So now we have Siren, we have Samuel Olaniyo too, we have Princess Deborah. So I just want to be sure of the people we're getting feedbacks from. We have Princess Deborah. We have Princess Deborah. We have Oluwatobiloba. We have good news. Mohammed Obari, are you there? I think we need one more response. One more response. Yeah, I need to add Risman. Risman. Okay, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more people in this room there's not responding. Mohammed Obari is not responding, and yeah, Mohammed Obari is the only one that's not responding. Gujarati is joining 2 places, so I'm kind of counting it as someone else. We have Siren, we have Risman, we have Sam Olaniyo, we have Oluwatobiloba, we have Mohammed Obari. If he's okay, I'll just go ahead, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm getting feedback from 6 people. Let's go. Yeah, you can start now. They are all ready. Feedback from 6 people, 9 and 6. That's 54, right? Let's go. You can start, Gujarati.
All right. This poem is titled "I Have a Dream."
Sorry.
And hold
Sorry, please. Sorry. You're speaking in 2 places, so you may want to
knock one off.
So it's only one that will be hearing, just so to avoid
just turn the volume down on one.
Okay. All right.
Okay, yeah.
All right. This poem is titled "I Have a Dream, Ode to My Fatherland." Yesterday was a nightmare. I was in a land not too far away from here. I was in a land where every man from the great to the smallest are all trying to find a way. I was in a nation with hands which voted in a man who valued cows more than human lives, hands clenched back into the feast of muffled screams of citizens as an independent nation fought to be free from the tyranny that they had granted authority. You can say that I was in a land of reversed fantasy, so fantastic that a serpentine beast swallowed loads of currencies. I was in a land where fanatics break into homes at night to rob people of their money, but of their lives. Breaking the silence of the night, they don't just stop dreams, they annihilate even dreamers in broad daylight. I was in a land where law enforcers who have been sworn to protect and serve now force drivers to deflect and swerve because for better life, they can turn a managing life into a better life. You see, we blame every malady on religion. So because Christ is risen, that's enough reason for our cost of living to keep on rising. Lies, we tell ourselves that it was the rise in dollar that caused the increase in the price of Gary. And it was the increase in the fuel price that made Uncle Jide the carpenter charge twice as much as he used to. But now both prices are down, but Mommy Titi would never crash down the prices for our groceries and commodities because you see, inflation is not really an issue until you are not profiting from it. You see, we are quick to point accusing fingers at God, asking him to fix the mess that we have caused. Make it make sense. You say the dollar rate is high, inflation rate is high, prices of things is high, but you claim your God is the most high. No. Man make laws, man break laws. I can tell that it's cheaper to die off, and I wonder if that's why it's called the cost of living. Because last now our savings they save us. But a person we don't chop belly food, go to get spare funds to save up. Oh, my late father, God rest his soul. He tells me of stories of how a country falls faster and way earlier before its currencies, because currently no one is talking about the rate at which our youths are falling out of the country in search of a better life. Well, I don't blame them. 15 naira can't secure anything in this unknown gunmen. Use an evening, he asked you, if our nation is falling, is it not because our citizens, you and I, are falling? You see, our economy is falling. International trade is messed up. You must be liquid in foreign currencies to be regarded rich enough. But even the littlest to speak in this country has to be foreign. So doesn't that just sound a little bit funny? You see, these were the sights from my nightmare, and all this nightmare did was to choke me in isolation as I groped in the darkness of the room where I sat in desolation. But today is different. Today, I have decided to source my inference from another preference. Today, I have a dream. I have a dream that our headsmen would no longer be headmen. I have a dream that our police will be much more subject to their binding authority, that the right policies will put enough joy on the face of Mama Put as a small-scale business soar in the pool of a nation's thriving economy. I have a dream. I see a nation blessed with vast resources and the best of humanity. I have a dream. I see people stand together in love, peace, and unity. I have a dream. East being less greedy, South being more humble, the North dwelling in tranquility. I have a dream. Men standing in truth, women hosting divine serendipity. I have a dream. Citizens holding up to responsibility and leaders giving themselves to accountability. I have a dream that someday this wouldn't just remain a dream but become our reality. So brothers and sisters, artists and artisans, professionals in major fields and trainees in the mini pitch, I call on you to let's change the course of history. I don't want to tell my children the same stories my parents told me. I want to change the narrative. Listen, History. Listen, History. Listen again, History. That's me spelling and rewriting history because the narrative is going to feature me changing the status quo and breaking limits. With my heart and my strong heart being inspired by the silent victories of heroes who do not strive for reformation for some cheap accolades, heroes who strive for reformation because they know that one man's act of goodness, kindness, and excellence can influence an entire nation. I speak of silent heroes like the late Professor Dora Aquili, who for our integrity in securing safe products had her life in her hands at multiple times. I speak of silent heroes like Dr. Oluyinka Olutoye, who operated on an unborn baby in the year 2018. I speak of silent heroes like Dr. Ameyo Stella Adedevo, who died stopping the Ebola pandemic in Nigeria. I speak of silent heroes like Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, the Director General of the World Trade Organization. You see, here in Africa, a new fire is burning, and it is the fiery passion of young professionals and intentional creatives who are going to change the narrative. I speak of silent heroes like late Professor Dora Aquili. I speak of silent heroes like late Dr. Stella Adedevo, who died treating the Ebola pandemic here in Nigeria. I speak of silent heroes like Dr. Oluyinka Olutoye, who operated on an unborn baby in the year 2018. Because you see, here in Africa, a new fire is burning, and it is the fiery passion of young professionals and creatives who are going to change the narrative with their hearts, skills, words, and deeds. Together, aiming for a summit, we will craft the change we seek, climbing to the zenith. Because you see, last, he don't only be known and recognized for the great deeds that he has done.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think that's all right. Ayolua.
Yes, that's all.
Thank you so much for an amazing what's it called? For an amazing rendition. That was very awesome, lovely, and great. Yeah. So please, judges, you can keep bringing in your scores now. Siren, please type them in the chat box overnight. Sam Olaniyo, what's your take of this amazing performance overnight? Princess Deborah, what do you have to give overnight? Uluwatobiloba, what do you have to give this performance overnight? Please, you can go ahead and start typing in so I can record them here. Good news too. What do you have to Samuel? 6. Good news, please. What do you have to give overnight? Date, what do you have to give overnight? Are we doing 6.5? Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Siren, 8. Olatobiloba, Princess Deborah, 7. We need one more. We need more response from Risma. I can't find a response. Risma and Date. Is Risma still in the house? Risman and Date, I'm yet to get your feedback. I've got feedback from Samuel Olani, your 6/9. From Good News 6.5. Princess 7. Siren 8. Olatobiloba 9. Yeah, Daint, please. Yeah, please give your score. I'm waiting for response from Daint and Reese. Reese, please give your score too. Response from Daint and Reese. Before I go to the next performance. Okay, Reese 9. Daint 7. This is interesting. I'm loving this. Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you.
Peter, can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
I think when people are performing, they should show the face.
Yeah, you guys should show your face, please. Digerati showed his face, so I know that there are issues with electricity in Nigeria, fine. But whoever is performing next, to please show their face. If you don't have light, please find a torchlight. I love using torchlight very well whenever I want to conduct interviews. I started my interview conducting by using torchlight. I will put it in front of my table so I can light up a bit of my ugly face so you can show. Yeah, so that's amazing for Digerati's performance. We have 8, 6, 7, 9, 6.5, 9, and 7. Oh, so much. I love this. This is getting interesting, really. This is very getting interesting. So the next performer is Victor Zoe. Hello, Victor Zoe, please, are you there?
Hear me clearly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think my torchlight. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, great. All right. So, the title of this poem is Limitless. Limitless. Can you guys hear me? I think my network is
Yes, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you.
All right. Just let me know when you can't hear me anymore. Thank you. All right. So, limitless. So, I am the edge of the horizon, where earth kisses the sky, A boundless whisper in the wind, refusing to comply. They tried to box me, but I outgrow the frame. My spirit is too vast and my fire too untamed. I'm the river that cuts through stone, carving my path, never walking alone. I break the mold, shatter the cast, and moving forward, never tied to the past. They say, stay in your lane, but I'm paving my own. A highway of dreams where seeds are sown. I plant them deep in the soil of belief, water with courage, the rise in relief. I'm the storm that refuses to stay still, rolling over mountains, bending to my will. No ceilings, no walls can hold my light. I expand in the day and blaze through the night. I am limitless, like the stars in the black, too many to count, never looking back. I fly where the brave dare not tread, where the fear is gone, where hope is fed. No chains can bind what was born to be free. No doubt can drown what lives in me. I'm the spark in the dark, the voice in the void, the force that can't be destroyed. I rise with the sun, endless and true, a testament of a soul that can do. I am limitless, beyond measure or time, a journey uncharted, a mountain to climb. This is my story, raw and real, limitless in purpose, in passion, in zeal. I walk the path that has no end. Limitless I am, and limitless I transcend. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Please, you can ship in your scores now in the chat box. Please, while you do the recording, while you keep writing your scores, excuse me, I want to quickly use so Reisman 5. Samuel Olanio 9. Oluwatobi 9. Good News 9. Princess 8. Reisman 5. Silent. I'm not quite sure if you heard anything or the cooking is still going on. Daint 5. Yeah, that's all for this calling for Victress Zoe. Yeah, so we'll move to the next performer now. In the name of Okeduga Dorcas, are you there? Are you ready now?
Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. So the title of my friend is The Last Straw. She masked it all with a smile, the fear, the struggle, and inadequacy. It seems that though the smile was tattooed on her face, I won't cry or show weakness, she said. Last, I will laugh soon. She bottled off her pain and dolled up with a smile. When asked, how are you, she replies, I'm fine with a big cheery smile. Was she really fine? This went on and on until that fateful evening. She took a deep breath. She looked around to find the earth felt unstoppable. Like a broken dam, the tears gushed out. She jerked convulsively. The body in her heart has first started to a deep, aching wound. Oh, the weakness is poor not to show has now consumed her.
Right, thank you so much for thank you so much. So please you can go ahead. One thing I just noticed now is we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 registered people to leave what's it called? The to leave this course. So Tolua Niyedari Olaleye. Yeah. I'm not sure we are taking scores from you. We are taking scores from Siren, Samuel Olani, or Princess Deborah. Some people that joined before, that were registered before, because Toluani, you did not score for Tijerati, so there's no way we can take scores for the other people from you. Perhaps you joined late, yeah. Assuming you've joined earlier, that'll be much more better. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people with their approved scores. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. So Princess Deborah, we have 5. Please drop in your score so we continue with the last person. Silent. Reese. Dent 5. Good news 6. So we have Oluwatobi Loba left to leave his score for Okodiga Dorcas. Oluwatobi Loba, is Oluwatobi Loba still in the house? Oluwatobi Loba. Oluwatobi Loba. Oluwatobi Loba. I'm not quite sure Oluwatobi Loba is in the house. We've had for Okodiga Dorcas, we've had 6 responses so far from Princess Deborah, Samuel Olua Olaniyo, Samuel Olaniyo, Siren Brightwood, Ricksman, Daint, Good News. We need more response from Oluwatobi. I'm not quite sure he's currently in the house or he has some network issue. Logging him out. And we need to reach out to Oluwatobi. Well, while we are doing that, to hand over to the last performer. Last performer in the name of Victory Ocheme. But we need Oluwatobi to really join back, really, to
take away like his vote. Yeah, just run it and then just take his vote off, like for the previous ones.
Okay. Victory Ocheme, you can go ahead with your performance now.
Yeah, sorry, it's like very dark here and we're in Nigeria, so please you can see a hint of my face. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So the title of my poem is Wrong Marriage. I knew when things went wrong. I knew when the stars that dazzled became beasts and monsters that lighted my fears in daylight. I saw the sun fade away in our very eyes and the stars die in our sight. I saw the treasures we once found become haunted. Was that love or was it its perils? I wondered. I saw the aisle we walked turn the valley of death. The hills I once fell in love for become the hills to die. All my walls crumbling against his. But when my heart sunk, I tried again. Not to leave, not to lose, not for him, not for me. For my shame tucked in and my ashes aflamed, I chose to stay. The oceans of pain overflowed, and my anchor of hope sunk. Then I whistled to death to take me, for the time sown in pain grew hedges of bitterness. Time mocked me, and my anchor was loose. The time of ashes can never be reflamed, not for me, not for him. But I am woman. I must stay for my children, for the bosom I sacrificed in the love I thought was alive. Not for me, not for him. It was a wrong marriage. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Please, we can have a score coming in. This man, I've got your score. Princess, I've got your score. Not in your score. Siren, thank you. Samuel Olaniyo. Okay, thank you. Daint, are you there? Daint and Oluwatobiloba, are you there? Okay, Daint, thank you. Oluwatobiloba.
Was joining you, but for some reason I've disappeared. Okay.
Okay, I'm not sure Hamza is alive. Because Hamza is sounding British.
It's Sam the word. It is
Somewhere what?
Yeah.
Sam the word.
Oh, okay, Sam the word. Now that we don't have Oluwatobiloba, we need good news. And there is one that have been staying on the call all this while. Not sure if he's active. Mohammed Obari would have just replaced the people. Mohammed Obari started speaking. I know you're hearing. Okay, good news is back now. Or you're not hearing anything from Mohammed Obari.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm kind of outside the compound.
It's clear.
All right, the title of the poem is The Wrong Marriage. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
I knew when things went wrong. I knew when the stars that dazzled became beasts and monsters that lighted my fear in daylight. I saw the sun fade in our very eyes, the stars die in our sight. I saw the treasures we once found become haunted. Was it the perils of love or was it love? I wondered. I saw the aisle we walked on turn the valley of death. I saw the hills I once fell for become the hills to die. All my walls crumbling again. Not to live, not to lose, not for him, not for me, but for my shame to be tucked in and ashes are flamed. Then the oceans of pain overflowed. For my anchor of hope sunk. I whistled to death to take me. For the time zone grew edges of bitterness. Time mocked me, and my anchor of hope dissipated. But I am woman. I have to stay for my children, for the bosoms I sacrificed in love. Not for him, not for me. It was a wrong marriage. Thank you.
Yeah, so that was what we're waiting for. Good news to give a score to. We've had other people scored it already. You can see their score in the chat box. Then before we add Hamza to replace Oluwatobiloba since he left and he couldn't join back. So we're looking for you to give response to this. What's gonna be your score of victory citation overnight? Please leave it in the chat box while we call on Okedua to do on again.
Do you get that?
Okay, I got it. So Okedua Dorcas, please, you can go on now. Mute yourself. Mohammed Obari, I think he joined the Zoom and just probably slept off. So I'm going to.
Brother.
Yeah.
Can she recite that poem again?
Yeah, she would have to say it again because even me, I cannot. It's
yeah.
Even though I'm speaking, I'm hearing echo. Something is wrong somewhere. We need Risma to mute himself.
And also, I thought we were showing I thought everyone was going to show the face as well for the.
Yeah, please. I don't know if it's electricity issue. Dorcas, please. I don't know if it's electricity issue. You may want to show your face too. But you have to do it again when Risma's. I think the echo is gone now, right? The echo is gone now. I can't hear any echo anymore. So please, Dorcas, please unmute yourself. Yeah, I'm so sorry about this, really. Sorry.
No problem.
Yeah.
The title of my poem is The Last Straw. She masked it all with a smile, the fear, the struggle, and inadequacy. It seemed as though the smile was tattooed on her face. I won't cry or show weakness, she said to herself. It ain't gonna last. I'll laugh soon. She bottled up her pain and rolled off a smile. When asked, how are you, she replies with, I'm fine, and a cheery smile. But was she really fine? This went on until that fateful evening. She took a deep breath and looked around. To find the earth felt impalpable. Like a broken dam, the tears gushed out. She jerked convulsively. The burden in her heart has festered into a deep, gaping wound. Oh, the weakness she swore not to show has now consumed her. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So Hamza, I'll be waiting for your right feedback on that. Yeah, while we are doing that, just leave your take in the chat box, yeah? Just leave your take of it in the chat box and we add it to the stuff. Yeah, while we
Thank you. But even loud, but it's not doing her service, not doing her justice.
Thank you so much, everyone. We are wrapping up already. So many women are so stuck in their marriages. That was deep. Well done. Yeah, thank you, Salin. Thank you. I think I'm gonna have to run through this course again. From Salin to Samuel Olani to Princess Deborah to Amza, who later replaced Oluwatobiloba. Good News, Rixma, and Daint. And I think even from the chat box, you must have seen whose course is the highest. Yeah, I'll run this first of all before we hand over to Kwadwo to do the announcement for the book review prize. I wanted to say thank you to everybody really for coming on, for participating. I mean, we started since 5, though I think we joined around 5:30 driver. So we spent like a bunch of 6:30, 7:30, 2 hours so far. Imagine we've been here for 2 hours. That's very, very quite commendable. Yeah, I want to say thank you for coming on, for joining too. Yeah, so for the competition, we have Silent, we have Simon Olani, Princess Deborah, Amza, Good News, Rixma, Daint, judging for Digirati, which is the first performer to be 8 from Silent, 6 from Samuel Olani, 7 from Princess Deborah, 9 from Oluwatobiloba. Now, somebody needs to mute Silent. I think you need to mute yourself now because another echo is coming in. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, 9 from Oluwatobiloba, 6.5 from Good News, 9 from Reese Man, and 7 from Date. That makes a total of 52.5. Then for Victress Zoe, we have 8 from Silent, we have 9 from Samuel Olanio, we have 8 from Princess Deborah, we have 9 from Oluwatobiloba, we have 9 from Good News, we have 5 from Reesman, and 5 from Date. That makes a total of 53, 0.5 ahead of Digerati. Then for Victor Sheme, we have 7 from Silent, we have 5 from Samuel Olaniyo, we have 6 from Princess, we have 7 from Amza, who later replaced Oluwatobiloba. We have 5 from Good News, we have 4 from Reesman, and 5 from Daint. That makes a total of 39. And for Okedugba Dorcas, we have 6 from Silent, we have 5 from Samuel Olaniyo, 5 from Princess Deborah, 7 from Amza, that later replaced Oluwatobiloba, 6 from Goodness, 5 from Risma, and 5 from Daint. Yeah, so that makes a total of 39, making Victory and Okedugba Dorcas in the same level. And Victory Zoe, imagine with 53, the highest score so far. So for 53 is the highest score so far, and that's to Victory's Zoe. I'm not sure if she's still there. To our amazing audience judges, that was quite impressive. Thank you for your amazing judge, and thanks for the lovely, recitation as well from all of the contestants. I mean, this is quite fun. From Okedugba Dorcas to Victor Sheme to Victor Zoe to Digerati as well. That was very lovely. And those are like close calls we've got 39 from Dorcas and Victory, 53, 52.5 from Digerati and Victres. Yeah, thank you so much. And now I'll hand over to Kwadwo to make the announcement for the book review prize.
Well, for the book review prize, thank you for all the very nice reviews. It was very, very hard to pick. Peter and I have gone backwards and forwards, but we got there in the end. So let me have a look. So for the first for the first prize, like the best review, was for is for 50,000 naira, and that's a victory or shemi.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that if your name is being mentioned, could you just signify if you're here on the Zoom chat? I know there is like some light issue, but if you cannot show your face, I mean, as a response that, oh, I heard what you're saying, you may want to leave the message in the chat box. We mentioned Victory Zoo as the with the 53 point, but we didn't hear feedback from her. Victory Zoo, are you there? Or we pass over
Yes, I am.
or we pass over the stuff to someone else.
Yes, I am. I am.
Please, we can consider the passing over.
Or we pass it over to DJ Ratty.
No.
Go show
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's quite amazing because that's a winner take all for the poetry competition. That's quite amazing and very lovely. And Victory Ocheme was mentioned for the book review prize as the number one. I'm not sure if she's in here too, or the network has locked us all out. Yeah, you can go ahead, please, Kwadwo.
I just need to wait 1 second. I'll be back in a minute. There's the second prize, £30,000, 30,000 naira. Sorry, is Abdullah Hamed Adabisi.
Abdul Ahmed, yeah. I think he joined and later left all along the line, yeah. Well, I'll be clapping.
I think we might have to take the second prize, but yeah.
I'll be clapping as the whole thing. It's been mentioned.
And then the third place and the third prize is Danielle Ominiton, 20,000 naira. Well done, Daniel. Well done, everybody, and thanks for the beautiful reviews.
Daniel
I'm here.
Yeah.
Gerati.
Why is it sound network? It sounded like sounding quite drag. I think it's a network, yeah.
Network. It's not network.
Because I was going to say that it sounded as if he's drunk. Sorry to say that. I wanted to say drunk. I was thinking it's a network, so I was.
Palm wine.
When he said it's not a network, I was like, okay.
Somebody's been on the palm wine, brother.
Palm wine, yeah. I think palm wine is the right word. Yeah,
I think palm wine is the right
but
word.
Your audio is mute though. I'm seeing it. Okay, he's crying. Okay, I'm seeing it. The comment section that he's crying. That's quite hilarious, yeah. So that's actually very great, really. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating. We even have a bunch of people left reviews and did not show up or showed up along the line and later leave. Yeah, 0.5 I will cry. I can get. You even get to get a 6.5 from Goodness, yeah. Goodness give the 6.5, yeah. Let's give it a 6.5. That's quite great. It's so lovely that we have all of this today, and I mean to mark the exceptional time we have with the Akure Book Club August edition. Thanks to everyone for coming. Thanks for the judges. Thanks for the audience. Thanks to the sponsor of this amazing, competition as well, Golden Child Publishing Promotion. You're doing a great job. Really appreciate you. And thanks for everyone who left review. Thanks to Adiron Kema Konjola, to Victor Ocheme, to Abdul Ahmed Adebisi, to Daniel Omoniton, to Jedi Koko, she did not show up, to Dorcas Okeduga, yeah, Dorcas showed up, yeah, to Deborah Adedipe, we didn't see her too, and several other people. This is quite great. It's all to the promotion of literature and the promotion of arts, artistic representation, and encouraging people as well into the beauty of literature. Thank you so much for coming. I mean, it's a bunch of 2 hours, 15 minutes we spent so far, and it's quite lovely to do this. Thank you so much, Kwadwo Naya, for being a guest author for next month edition, and also being the founder of the Golden Child Publishing Promotion, which is quite very great and quite impressive too. Thank you so much, Silent Brightford, for your amazing judging. Thanks, Amza, for coming in at the right time. We really needed someone to judge in because it will have been a scattered judging, really. Thank you, Victoria Zoe, for being a contestant. Thank you, Adoronke. I'm not sure we get to see your face. Yeah, thank you for coming on. Thank you, Ayola on monitor too, for coming on. Thank you, Princess Deborah, for your amazing judge too. Thank you, Samuel Olani. We are hoping we can see your face too, just to say hello. That will be fine too. Mohammed Obari, we heard your response along the line, but along the line we couldn't hear you back again. Daint, thank you for your amazing judge. I think Daint happens, like I think Griezmann happens to be the most lovely judge we have, giving some amazing numbers. Yeah, and Daint too. Daint gives some amazing numbers. I was like, I'm saying 5, 5, 5. Daint gave 5 3 times and 1 7, which is quite very great. We have Risma giving 5, 5 2 times, 1 4 and 1 9. We have Goodness giving, I think it's a bit fair in his pricing though, giving 6, 5, 9, and 6.5. Then we have Oluwatobi giving 9 and 9, and all of a sudden it bounced out. Yeah. Then we have.
I think Dorcas would like to speak after as well, Peter.
What's that? I didn't hear that.
I think Dorcas would like to say something as well.
Okay,
afterwards.
Dorcas want to say something. I'll leave that to you shortly. Then we have Samolani, you're giving price of 5596, and Silent giving 6788. Yeah, so we hand over to you, Dorcas, for the correct pronunciation. Derisma asked your question. No. Yeah, sadly, no. Yeah. We have 7 judges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 registered. We never announced that the audience is gonna be judged for this competition ahead of time, just so it does get work with the INEC representation of Nigeria presidential election, and even the governorship election. Yeah, so it's quite like impromptu sort of thing, and it's quite lovely that you've been a part of the joy. That is much more appreciable. And yeah, I'll hand over to you, Dorcas, to say the right pronunciation while we round up for today.
Okay, so the right pronunciation.
Yeah.
My name is Okodwa. Okodwa. The GH there is silent.
Silent, I say Okodwa.
Yeah.
Okodwa, Dorcas, or Samudia.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. I think that sounds like you're from Edo State, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, good. Yeah, thank you so much, Okodwa, Dorcas, Samudia. And thank you so much, everybody, for judging. Ask to the winners, please, you can send in your information so the writing can be done right away. Yeah, thank you so much. This was quite great. I'm seeing so many message in the chat box. A vote of thanks. I'm thanking everyone for joining. Thank you so much. And the next edition of the book club will be communicated to you. The books also will be communicated to you. The book to be read, the date and the time will be communicated on our WhatsApp group. Yeah. I want to say thank you again to the sponsor of the Akure Book Club, the Golden Child Publishing Promotions, for the amazing contribution to this. This is very much appreciable. This is very, very great. Thank you so much for the sacrifice. Thank you for the time. Thank you for being a part of the Akure Book Club. Thanks for making this a reality. So thank you so much, everyone. I'm saying the thanks rolling in the comment section. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we've come to the end of it. It's a bunch of 2 hours, 30 minutes so far. Yeah, thank you very much, and see you in the next edition of the book club's meeting. Thank you.